Phil Foden is quite rightly seen as one of England's greatest hopes, a player with huge technical ability and talent on the ball, and we're starting to see that now with his appearances for Manchester City this season. Just so, what makes Man City's star player so good? And we'll start with his attacking threat. At the weekend, Manchester City played Liverpool and walked away with a huge 4-1 win, giving them the upper hand in the title race. And Phil Foden was a massive part of that. As we can see here, Gabriel Jesus had the ball in the middle of the pitch. He picked it up and then drove a nice quick pass into Phil Foden's feet. Foden, looking at the space ahead of him, would see that Gabriel Jesus made a quick run into the penalty area, forcing the Liverpool centre-backs to drop deep to protect the goal and to stop Foden from crossing that ball into Jesus in the area. Foden noticed this, looked up and drove forwards towards Liverpool left-back Andy Robertson. Andy Robertson there would like to try and force Phil Foden to the byline, away from the goal, so that he can protect his goalkeeper while also giving himself a better chance to block the cross. Foden realised that, and his direct 1v1 skills allowed him to take control of this situation. Driving at Andy Robertson, Foden moved towards the right of him, shifting his body weight by dropping his shoulder and making it look like he was heading to that byline to try and get that cross in. By doing so, Robertson has overcommitted slightly, and Foden can use his technical ability now to drop that shoulder and move the ball with his left foot into the area a little bit more. By doing so, Robertson is one step behind and Foden's created the space to get an absolutely screamer of a shot flying into the roof of the net past Liverpool's goalkeeper, Alisson. This was Foden's only goal of the game, but it wasn't his only involvement. His technical ability on the ball was hugely important in this situation. So one of Foden's key strengths is his 1v1 ability, which allows him to take around 1.6 dribbles per game, creating opportunities for himself with 1.9 shots per game, or his teammates where he can get involved with about 1.4 key passes. This 1v1 ability allows him to create opportunities and take opportunities, as we've just seen. Against Liverpool, it wasn't just the goal that Foden scored, it was about his all-round game, but he also created some key chances and actually got an assist for Ilkay Gundogan. Alisson had a poor goal clearance and it went straight to Foden here, basically on that right wing position. And Foden realised that he's got space and he wants to go and attack. Now, for Foden as an attacking player, he wants to make sure he drives forwards and gets into the area. If he gets into the penalty area, it's much harder for the defenders to make the tackle. So he bursts through those two defenders, using great control and skill to dribble with speed and accuracy towards the byline. Now, what is impressive about this is he didn't just snatch at a shot. He looked up, saw Ilkay Gundogan running forwards, and then just clipped a lovely little pullback into his path to make it an assist for Foden and a goal for City. His second key strength is that close control, and the third that we're looking at is the awareness, allowing him to get the ball in the right positions to the right players. So he's a great dribbler, his passing is fantastic, and he can create opportunities due to his great vision and his technical ability. So to work on that close control, just like Phil Foden, we can start off by doing some ball mastery. And as we can see here, this little ball mastery drill is working on touching the ball with different areas of the foot and then a quick little change of direction with that drop of the shoulder, something that Phil Foden will complete or do regularly. So use ball mastery in your training, and that is something that Phil Foden has used regularly through his development as a young player. Doing more of this will only help your control, your balance, and your speed on the ball, while improving both feet as well. You'll become more skillful and you'll feel much better when you have possession of the ball. At the same time as this though, we also want to make sure that we're developing the finishing, just like Foden does. His goal against Liverpool at the weekend was ferocious, hitting it with his left foot with power into the roof of the net. While at the same time as that, work on your passing, developing all of those areas of your game. Seeing Foden in interviews shows that he has a great passion for the game. Combine that with the technical ability he has, and he could be an England and City great. But the big question is, will he be in the England Euro 2021 tournament team?